Hello, my name is Colby Dissender and welcome to my assignment 5. We're going to take a look at the pickleball unit that I created for my 5th grade physical education students. And the one thing I want you guys to get away from my video is the instructional design model that I use. It's called Teaching Games for Understanding, and it is geared toward physical education, but you guys can use it in your class, and I hope you do. The basic concept of it is teaching games by playing games. So we're trying to take a different approach to this. The kids are learning how to learning concepts and skills through actual play. Now, I have no issue with doing drills. I think math drills for math are wonderful. As a swim coach, we do drills all the time. But as an elementary physical educator, I'm finding that I have more success with kids understanding concepts and skills through playing games instead of just repetition over and over again. They're more likely to be interested in it and willing to complete the task when you do it through play. So the first question of the assignment is, do the tasks yield appropriate evidence of the identified understandings? So my ultimate goal here is that on final 2 days of this unit that the kids are playing 1-versus-1 formal game of pickleball. So the target goal is for them to be able to demonstrate the rules and concepts by playing that formal game, and that allows me to understand that they know the rules and concepts of the game. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to build in, instead of just giving them a list of all the rules and concepts right away, is that we are day by day teaching them the basic concepts of the game. And on top of that, we're trying to teach them skills so that I can observe and see that they understand underhand striking, they have spatial awareness, and so forth. Do the task involve a complex real-world application of the identified knowledge, skill, and understandings? I say yeah, because what we're trying to do is I'm teaching these kids to be able to take a lot of rules and concepts and skills and mesh it together and apply it to, them demonstrating that they can take all that information and show to me that they understand how to play the game appropriately. This is important because in any job place you have, there's a lot of skills and concepts you need to have, and problem-solving skills. And what we're trying to do here is teach them how to do that. And I do that through play, and I do that through building with phases and so forth. So what I wanted to do is show you just briefly what I do on day 1 and day 2. Maybe I'll just show you one day. But when you see how it says phases right here, phase 1 and phase 2, these are kind of geared towards, they're almost drills in a sense. And I know I said that TGFU isn't drills, but they also believe in building steps. And what we're going to do here is they're going to learn a skill such as underhand striking, but we're going to do it without the paddle. We're going to start very basic with the underhand toss, and they're just tossing the ball over because it's a very similar motion. And then we're going to build into the next phase, which is hitting the ball over with just your bare hand. And then here comes a game where they're teaching these concepts and skills for play. And it's called Space Invaders. What they're trying to do is just toss the ball back and forth, and they're trying to see, be looking at their opponent's side and finding that opening. So we're trying to create smart pickleball players, not just pickleball players, but smart ones that can see the whole field. And again, what is this? This method right here is called a net game, and all these concepts that they're learning in pickleball can now be applied to tennis, ping pong, and volleyball, any other net game out there. On day 2, then we add in the paddles, and again we have the third phase, which is playing the game with a paddle, and then we add in a game where they're learning the concepts called rally champs, where they and their partner are hitting it back and forth using the appropriate striking method, and understand the concepts of that the ball can only bounce once on their side and has to bounce and bounds and so forth. But what I love about this game is that they're not competing against each other. They're trying to have success, and they're trying to have them and their partner hit it back and forth as many times as possible, working together using the appropriate form and understanding the rules of the game, boundaries and concepts of the game to do that. A variety of appropriate assessment formats used to provide additional evidence of learning. And yes, as a physical educator, we do a lot of demonstrating kinesthetically. Yes, I do write a lot of stuff on the board, but I'm showing them by demonstration with me and another student and so forth. And then as the lesson's going on, I'm doing a lot of walking around and observing and giving them instant feedback and reinforcement of a skill. And if I can see that the whole class is struggling, I can stop the whole class and re-demonstrate the skill so they're understanding. It said, listen, the one skill we're trying to learn today is the underhand strike, and I can reinforce it over and over again by just monitoring the students or just demonstrating the concept. Are the students giving the opportunity to self-assess and reflect upon their learning and performance? And the answer is yes. All my students have iPads, and if a student is struggling with the concept of striking the ball appropriately or holding the paddle, what we can do is we can record their swing, and they can self-assess on how they're doing. Obviously, at the end of the class, when they come back to the board and I have a list of the I can statements, and they're saying, I just put them as goals up there, they're coming back and they're self-assessing. Do I understand that term of what a serve is? When does the serve happen? How to serve? So right there, they're self-reflecting on, do they grasp the concepts of the day? And then I do a lot of peer assessment too. So when they're with partners, it's a high focus in my class is making sure that not only you are leaving with success, but your partner's leaving with success. So they have a big responsibility of assessing their peers throughout the class period. So overall, I really enjoyed this assignment because I taught pickleball 3 years ago, and I used some basic concepts of the TGFU model, which is phases and building into a ultimate game, and I embedded that also into small-sided games. But I feel like I can get maybe a little bit more out of this unit, so I'm going to be teaching this again this year, and I'm going to try to work on brainstorming with another PE teacher, friend of mine who's really into the TGFU model too, and figure out ways we can really come up with more small-sided games to really spark the kids' interest in this. And then, again, all these concepts in pickleball, they're called net game skills, can then be applied to later that semester when we play games like volleyball and so forth. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my assignment. Try my best, and hopefully you learned something new from about the TGFU model and can apply it to your classroom. Take care.